Chapter 1 Film Overview.
The movie I'm going over is Clueless. It's a PG-13 movie. It's about Cher, a girl with a rich lawyer dad who goes to school for a friend Dion. Her first conflict in the movie is when she's getting a C in debate class. So to solve this, she gets her debate teacher, Mr. Hall, together with her English teacher, Miss Geist. She then tries to get the new kid used to school and make her a popular girl by expanding her vocabulary and changing her looks. She tried to get her with the popular guy Elton. That didn't work out, so they tried to get her with someone else to help her with the grieving after Elton pretty much rejected her. Cher falls in love with Christian, and Christian comes over to watch movies with her. Christian leaves early, and she finds out that Christian was gay. She then discovers she wants a boyfriend now after that, and Ty starts to become tense and more popular than Cher. Cher fails her driving test. Ty goes on a date with Josh. Cher reaches the conclusion she's clueless, figures out she's in love with Josh. She starts seeing good in people and tries to help people, and finally, Ty and Travis date, and Cher and Josh date. That's the overview.
Chapter 2 The Most Competent Communicator.
Josh is the most competent communicator. This is because he's the most skillful knowing how too far to go with Cher for to listen to him, but not overdo it. And he also adapts when going to the party to check on Cher and staying Ty alone. And he dances with her when he sees Cher's doing all right with Christian. And his skills account for being involved for those same reasons.
Number 3 Culture's Impact on Communication. An example of cultural impact is through Dion's boyfriend, who is a stereotypical gangster type who uses street language and calls her a woman, which she does not like, and that's a communicated interaction. Another one shown of 1990s culture through phones. They even have antennas on them, and it's how they communicate until they meet up in the hallway where they get off them. A classic digital communication. Next is shown with Lodies, or kids who do drugs, which they would never be caught dating and would never have any communication with in that way. Number 4 Perception's Impact.
Example of perception influencing communication is Cher with high school boys, which she sees as undateable and is disturbed by them coming on to her. This makes it where many of her friendships with guys are only in groups, and only except that with Elton, which were best friends she always communicated with, but he came on to her and even that went away. But he did eventually have a change when she fell in love with Christian and found out he was gay, and just became good friends with him. And she found out she wanted to have a boyfriend, which she did eventually do. And when my perception of this movie, I originally thought I wouldn't like Cher as she was a rich girl. Normally in movies, they're mean, and I don't really like them as much, except on very rare occasions. But Cher's actually different. She's actually nice and tries to help people, even though she is a popular girl and is a bit pretentious and rich. She is still overall a better person than she is bad.
Number 5 Language's Impact on Communication.
Language being used in communication in the movie. Three examples. First one is a lot of slang is used in the movie. They use slang like that would be dope or totally bugging and Audi, which I forgot how it's spelled Audi. There's also the new kid Ty, which has an accent, which is what attracted Cher and to her in the first place to help her become more popular. And throughout the movie, Cher actually uses a more extensive vocabulary than most.
Chapter 6 Nonverbal Communication. My first example is Cher physically pushing away a guy and acting disgusted. My second is Mrs. Geist smiling after getting a love letter from Mr. Hall. My last one is Mr. Hall being happy after hearing Miss Geist said he was the only touch one in the school. These all communicate their feelings through their nonverbal body language.
Number 7. Listening's impact on communication. Listening impacts the way the characters interact with each other and relate with each other. With in the movie, with the new kid wants a herbal refreshment. Cher thinks she means drink like a tea, and she says she doesn't have that, but they have Coke here. New kid takes that like the drug, and this causes miscommunication with them because misleading context on both sides. And the second example would be when Cher was in class and it was her turn to give a speech, and she said she was present. This was because she wasn't listening and was just staring at Christian instead. Number 8. Culture's impact on communication. A sample of power in the movie is Cher herself, who is rich, and a lot of the time she hangs out with her friends at the mall. And that displays her power through wealth. And the example of a conflict in the movie is when Cher learned that Tay likes Josh. She said that they did not fit well together, and that caused a conflict between them. And they decided to stop talking to each other for a bit. Number 9. Conflict's impact on communication. In the movie, Cher tries to have her father eat healthy, and she takes care of him, and they have a good relationship, communicate a lot. On the sibling side of things, Cher has a stepbrother, Josh, and they actually don't get along and make fun of each other a lot. But they will still help each other out when they need help. It also shown even further how her brother cares about her. When she goes to a party with Christian, he goes too to watch over her, make sure nothing bad happens to her. Number 10. Cher and Josh siblings relationship. Continuing on with the siblings, I want to talk about their relationship dynamic. At first, it's shown them as hostile of the 4 types when they first met and saw each other. Then it shows them more closer to an affect and tense later on, with Josh helping her sometimes. And finally, by the end, seeing that they were step-sibling and they even started dating, I would definitely say by the end it showed that they were actually truly harmless the whole time.
And that's the end of my final project. Thank you for listening all the way through, and have a great day.